is brought to you by Arnott's Orange Slice Cookies. We are in Australia. We made our first stop at Coles. We got ourselves some Orange Slice Cookies. We are on our way to Tasman Arch.
Yes. But the area is called Port Arthur.
Came in on Jetstar today, and I got some great footage of the dog that sniffs for things that you're not allowed to bring into the country, like all kinds of like plant and animal type of things.
It was a cute dog.
It was a cute dog, and it was funny because it was like walking on the baggage carousel, and so I'm like, this guy's just lazy. He's walking his dog. But the really cool thing was, though, is the dog did find something in one of the bags, and so when he found it, he jumped on top of the bag and then sat on top of the bag. It was a big bag, like a golf ball or golf club size bag. We got here late to Tasmania. We actually missed our original flight on Jetstar because American just did all kinds of stupid crap. Actually, both of our flights, our flight out of Orlando was also delayed, like, what,
2.5 hours.
And so we got into LAX late, which was fine. But
they didn't load the ice creams, though, the ice cream sundaes or whatever, onto the flight from Orlando to LA because the plane was so late.
I don't think they served ice cream in coach where I sat.
I was lucky to get upgraded on that flight, though.
Yeah, and he took it, which I'm kind of okay with because I took it to Australia last time. So we get to LAX, and the flight was on time when we got there, and then we get to the gate, and its original departure time is still posted, and we're like, cool, the plane is here, original departure time, everything's gonna be awesome. Crew's on board, and then they start loading on the passengers. Cool, we're gonna make it out of here, we'll only be slightly delayed now. Then we get on board and we sit for an hour or more. And then the crew timed out. And so we didn't get to go. So we ended up spending the night in LA at the Hyatt, which is a really pretty nice hotel.
It was a nice hotel.
I can't complain. We got 2 different rooms to maximize American Airlines' loss. And so that way we could sleep longer. Because, you know, if you have 2 hotel rooms, you've got 2 showers and things like that. So it might have been a little greedy. Oh well. And now, the inaugural Orange Slice Cookie. How is it? How would you rate it? On a scale of 1 to 10.
10 out of 10.
10 out of 10. Now that, to our friends at Arnott's, is quite a review. Driving through Tasmania, we have been on an education adventure. Our first lesson for today was that Coles only sells like 2 or 3 different sandwiches that are pre-made. That was education number 1. Education number 2 is the coffee at Mac is really hot and it's expensive. So maybe that was like 2 and 3. And then we also learned today a little bit about the pecking order of animal poo. We have seen 2 signs now. 2 different signs. One that says that horse poo is $2. Now, there's no denomination on that to tell you how big the delivery of horse poo is.
Okay, I didn't know if it was like per pound or something like that.
That'd be really expensive. I mean, like, could you imagine, like, if we could sell your poo for $2 a pound? Like, who needs the lottery? That's how they refer to it as poo. Then later on, we saw another sign at a different place for sheep. Sheep poo is $5. So, For those of you who are not taking notes, sheep poo is more valuable than horse poo. And there you have it.
My theory behind it is that horses generate a lot more of it in like one pile, and it's probably easier to collect, whereas sheep, you know, they probably don't drop a lot of it in one
big pile. Yeah.
Yeah.
But that was your educational and informational moment, brought to you by Mount Franklin Sparkling Water.
We are driving along and headed to Freycinet National Park, and saw this really cool beach inside of the stop here.
Very pretty.
It is. Yeah, very nice.
Off in the distance is the Pacific. There's some mountain that we don't know what it is.
Yep.
But there's
we're going to go to Freycinet, and we're going to go on an epic walk. It's going to be epic.
So what do you think so far of the walk? We're about 15 minutes in.
That's not too bad. And once we get to the top, to the lookout, we're going to be able to see the epic Wineglass Bay. And then we're going to hike down to it and check out the beach for a little bit, have some snacks, and head back up. It's going to be epic.
Yes. This is epic. We decided to go to the lookout, and we then decided that was far enough for us.
No, it was epic enough.
We're trying to make fun of the YouTube people. It was a long way up here. It took us literally 40 minutes to get up here. It's been a little over an hour since we started. It was a long way up here.
It was.
We had a really good lunch in Coles Bay. Had a couple of burgers.
Yep.
It was good. Views there were beautiful as well. And we parked in a 30-minute zone for 45 minutes, and we didn't get ticketed. Well, we made it back to the Airbnb. We're going to take some great time lapse of the sun going down over the side of Mount Wellington.
Yep. Better do it soon because it's heading down.
So we only have just a couple of minutes to chat, but we got some yummy Jacobs Creek bubbly Chardonnay stuff, and some cheese and quackers.
Yep.
Which you can't really see all that well, but they look lovely. This is also dinner, by the way, because neither one of us are all that hungry.
Yeah.
Had a good drive back. No drama. You got as much time as it takes for me to open this up.
So we were going up the mountain here, because it's one of the best things to do that a lot of people say, like a must thing to do in Hobart, is going up Mount Wellington back there. And I thought it was just 3,000 something feet, but no, it's, what, 4,100?
4,100 and something, yes.
I think you said.
And it was chilly up there.
It was freezing up there. It was cold.
8 degrees.
Yeah. It was very pretty up there, though. Very beautiful views of Hobart and the whole surrounding area.
It was very clear as well. You could see it like probably 100 miles.
Yeah.
Or more.
This one over here, though, did not enjoy the drive that much, even to go so far as, I think you kind of did a little bit of hyperventilating there. I've said, though, I have like hundreds of hours of mountain road experience.
Whatever.
And it's all been very good, and I'm still here and alive today. I'm very careful.
That's a lovely sound. Cheers.
All right. Cheers.
To fun and Taz.
To fun and Tassie.
Tomorrow, we're heading up to
Cairns.
Cairns. Leaving very early in the morning. That's how we're going to end our vacation in Tasmania. On behalf of the nice folks from Jacobs Creek, send me a case, please. That's it.
Cheezu.
Cheezu.
Yesterday, we got to Cairns, we did some retail therapy, walked around 2 different malls.
We didn't find the Mega Yarn Yoshi, though, which was the important part.
Yeah. I didn't expect the Mega Yarn Yoshi to be there anymore after 2 years.
Yep.
And it's probably not to be found anywhere else within Australia.
Wah, wah.
Yeah.
After we came back from our retail therapy, we decided to just kind of chill around the hotel because we were pretty tired after getting up, and somebody had not 1 but 2 breakfasts, full breakfast.
That's right.
Within 2 hours of each other.
We paid for the flights, so we might as well eat the food that they're giving us. The second omelet was much better, though.
It was pretty.
It was like
it had
very
really
like
nice
fresh ingredients. It had
nice presentation
pesto on it. Yeah,
it smelled good.
it was very yummy.
And now we're on the road and heading out to Mount
Hippopotamus.
It's not actually Mount Hippopotamus, but we did stop though to look at the platypus viewing area. Unfortunately and sadly, we did not see any platypuses. Platypi? Platypi.
I think it might be platypi.
I think it probably is platypi. And then we left there and we went to see the fig curtain tree. What is it? Curtain fig tree. Curtain fig tree. That was really.
Do like figs actually grow off of it though?
I don't know. It's just a fig tree. I don't know. I mean, I guess if it's a fig tree, there's probably figs that grow off of it.
I guess. I don't know.
That was really pretty. And then now we're heading to Mount Hippopotamus, as Peter keeps calling it. Leaving the Humpy in Atherton on our way to Barren Falls?
Yes.
Which we're hoping are not going to be very barren, and there's going to be lots of rain there. Lots of water there.
Especially if after you go to the bathroom there.
Shut up.
That's what you said earlier.
I'm going to make the Barren River not so barren anymore. We drank a lot of water today. Shut up.
This is like the 5th time you peed today, and it's only 1:18 p.m. I'm not even exaggerating.
I'm just gonna cut all this out. So go ahead. Just say your piece.
One word. Catheter.
I drank a lot of water. Like, this is how much water I have drank today. It's been a good day, except for some of the windy driving that we did a little while ago. But the park was really pretty that we went to with the falls. Yeah. And the hiking was really nice.
It was really cool. Nobody was there.
Yeah, we got to, I mean, we spent like, maybe 10 minutes down at the falls, and there was nobody else there the whole time we were there, which is really cool. On our way to the crater, this little girl runs up to us, and she's like, "Have you seen my mom?" And I'm like, no. And so then she starts to get a little on the teary-eyed side, that she can't find her mom and she can't find her brother. And so we start talking to her then to try to understand what's going on. And just as I'm like getting my phone out, she turns around and her brother is there. So she runs up and hugs her brother.
It was kind of cute.
It was very cute. Like, I never would have wanted a hug from my sister like that. They both came up then and were trying to find their mom. We let them use our phone so that way they could call their mom. She didn't answer the phone, but about 10 seconds later she came around the corner. So I don't know what was going on there. I don't know if they were like, all kind of like hiking back by themselves. And,
yeah, I don't know how they got split up either.
I don't know. It's like one way in, one way out.
It sounded like the mom scolded them then.
Yeah. Kind of felt a little bad, but. So we're sitting at a red light for roadworks in the middle of seemingly nowhere, waiting to be able to go. Tick, tick.
Well, I haven't even seen a single car come yet.
Tick.
I think now
Here
they're
they come.
coming. It's supposed to be a long, single lane stretch.
I don't know. What kind of noise does a koala make?
I don't know. It doesn't make a quacking.
I don't think it
That's
does
for
either.
sure.
Shut up. Ah! I'm being attacked by an ostrich.
I'm gonna peck you.
I'm gonna bite you with my teeth.
Nope, this is Fido's new.
It's huge.
It's $7 or so toy.
It's like almost 4 feet tall. Ah.
It is pretty big.
And then we also got this koala oven mitt from the Royal Flying Doctor Service.
Yep.
We went to that museum today in Alice Springs.
We did.
We have been to the one in Darwin, which was very similar, but this one's much smaller than the one in Darwin. I probably would not have gone to this one if I knew how small it was going to be.
It was something to do, though.
It was something to do, that's true. And there's not a lot to do in Alice Springs. Well,
Yeah.
and the things there are to do in Alice Springs, we've kind of already done them. So
Yep.
it's like visiting Findlay, Ohio. Like, you just run out of things after about 2 hours. Yesterday we went to, what was the name of the
Mount Hippopotamus?
Well, the best part about Mount Hippopotamus was there was no entry fee, because when we went to the one in Tasmania, there was an entry fee. We did pay the $24 to go into the park.
Yes.
And did not put the receipt in the window, because it didn't say to put the receipt in the window. We bought it from a kiosk, like as we were walking up.
It said to carry it with you, actually.
Yeah, so we carried it with us. We get back, and there's they didn't call it a violation, a breach.
Yeah.
Notice on our car that we were going to have to show them that we had prepaid, or they're going to fine us 77 Australian dollars, which is like probably what, $60, something like that.
Yeah, something like that.
But that's the only time that we have had an infraction internationally.
Yeah.
Well, that I've had an infraction internationally. Let me clear that one up. We flew to Alice Springs today on Qantas on a somewhat misconfigured Boeing 717.
So I guess the planes used to be all economy. Well, they've now been reconfigured with the first 3 rows being business class. And I just so happened to pick the 3rd row to sit in, which is the business class, even though you don't really book business class. But the service is still economy.
Right, but it was a 2-2 configuration instead of a 2-3 configuration. And we had more legroom, which was nice. But I had a toasty on the plane. It was good.
And I had yogurt and banana bread.
Without any nuts.
Yep.
Yep.
That's why I didn't call it banana nut bread. It was good, though.
Was it?
Yep.
Good. I'm glad to hear that.
Yeah.
And then we got here and got our rental car, which is missing a panel on the front, and the door squeaks when I close it, and it does the parking sensor thing at random times. So, not really sure what that's all about, but
It's a Nissan Qashqai.
it's a Nissan Qashqai. Our first stop was at Kmart. Our second stop was...
To get this.
Yep. And, oh yeah, this is like our 4th stop. We have this thing we do at Kmart where actually at all the stores, where we go and we look at Legos just to see if there's any interesting Lego sets that he wants to buy, even though we would never buy them because it'd be too difficult to carry most of them back.
Please.
Most
That's
of them.
debatable.
And then I also like to go look at Monopoly sets just because we can. We got separated, and without going into all the gory details, he yells at me from the aisle along the wall, and I'm in the next gondola over. He's like, "Hey," and then he comes up and he shows me he has 300 Australian dollars in cash.
I just found it on the floor. It was very odd.
$300 on the floor.
Yeah.
Randomly. We weren't really sure what to do with it, so we decided to kind of walk around and watch the people a little bit to see if anybody was kind of like out looking for money.
Or if somebody was like making any like announcements, the store was like, if anybody has found any money, please return it back to customer service, something like that.
Yep. So we decided to kind of walk around a little bit. Nothing was askew. I went back to customer service before we left and pretended as though I had lost the money and asked if anybody had turned in any money or told them about any money. And they kind of looked at me like in a very puzzled attitude, and I'm like, all right, well, if somebody else had actually done that in the last recent number of minutes, they would have been like, wow, that's so weird. Somebody else just said that they lost some money.
Yeah.
And they didn't say anything about that. They were like
Yeah.
completely puzzled by the fact that anybody would lose money.
Yeah.
So I'm like, all right, well, that's going to end up in their pocket because whoever was lost the money probably has no idea where it's at.
Right.
May not even know that it was left in Kmart. So.
Right. And they're not just going to start like, soliciting, hey, if somebody's lost $300, please come here.
Yeah. No, not going to happen.
No.
So we're going to have to figure out something to do with that money.
Legos. I mean, we're going to buy Legos one way or another, but whether it's going to be with that money or not is anybody's guess.
So today is the last day that we're in Alice Springs. We're going to be leaving this morning.
I'm sad, but I'm happy. I'm sad because it's nice and serene and quiet here, and I really enjoy the scenery and the hotel.
Yep. I agree. I enjoy it as well.
Yeah.
But my nostrils are ready to get back to something that has moisture in it. So it's a little meh. So aside from it being really dry here, though, the flies are also like abysmally horrible. Like they're not bad at night because I don't think they can go out at night. But like during the day, as soon as you walk out of the car, it's like swarm of flies, and it's just fly season. So it's not ever been this bad when we've been that I can recall in Alice Springs. It's not quite a Luru bad, but it's approaching a Luru bad. We got locked out of our room on the balcony.
We did.
So I came out here first. And I close the door, and Peter goes to open up the door, and he pulls on it. He's like, how did you lock yourself out on the balcony? I'm like, I don't know.
That should have been the warning sign right there.
It should have been the warning sign. And then we went to go back inside, and the door had locked itself again, and like no matter what we did, we could not get the door open. So I had to call the front desk. They had to come and open up the door from the inside. It was quite a debacle.
Some chatty birds.
They want to be in our vlog.
There's one of those electronic signs, kind of like they use for construction a lot here.
Like, caution, zombies ahead.
Yeah. No, it said just like something about like dingoes and wild dogs on the loose or something like that in the area. I don't know. I forget what it exactly said. You have the picture, and you can see it here. Anyway, it says to keep your dogs on a leash.
Yes. So I got out of the car and took the picture, and he drove like a mile away and looped around and around and around while I'm out there going like this, trying to get all the damn flies off of me. So we found like $300 Peter found like $300 on the floor at Kmart a couple days ago. So I said that we couldn't go and not do like something good for karma with that money. So we went out to lunch yesterday, and we decided to buy another couple across the restaurant lunch. And it really kind of confused the cashier when I did that, which was kind of
I don't think it's something
awkward.
that they do here in Australia so much as the United States.
Yeah, because I'm like, I think that we need to do something for somebody, and then we can keep the rest of the money, and then I don't have to feel guilty about it. So, because it did pay for our Hanuman both nights. So also yesterday, we went and looked at some houses. We decided to go find the most expensive houses in Alice Springs that are either on sale now or were on sale like in the recent past. We saw a kangaroo at one.
Two
kangaroos. That's right, we did see two kangaroos.
It was just like right in front of the front door of the house.
But the houses here are surprisingly not, compared to U.S. standards for the same number of dollars, like...
They're not like opulent looking.
Yeah, they're really not.
So there's been 2 times now where I've intentionally gone to the wrong car to mislead him. Just like I did with my parents on their first Australia trip.
Most of the cars here are SUVs and they're white.
Yeah.
They almost all look identical.
And then there was a third time that it happened yesterday.
I pulled on the door, and the lady was across the street at the ATM and saw me do it. And then I saw Peter laugh at me, and then she laughed at me from across the street.
That one was pretty funny.
Let's pack this baby up and head to Christchurch.
Sounds good. There's a lot of sheep.
We got in last night, like 12:30 or so. Picked up our bags. Everything went well, except the fact that our bags were wet. And this morning when I went to go get dressed, I found that the items inside of my bag were also wet. So the hotel is beautiful, though.
It is. I really like it a lot. It's very, as the name would have it, chateau-esque.
Yeah.
Very, very pretty gardening and...
They spent a lot of money on landscaping.
Yes, they did. Yeah.
It's very
There's like a lot of roses, nice flower boxes, different plants like lamb's ear, and yeah.
Yep.
It's very pretty.
It is.
And the hotel itself is very nice too.
Yeah, the room was very nice, I thought. Very, very well done.
Jim hooked us up and gave us 11 drink vouchers for 2 nights.
For 2 people. I think he was a little bored. This is Castle Hill. We just happened to stumble upon this. We went hiking up it. It's got some beautiful views.
It does.
So we thought we'd do a little vlog over here very quickly, now that somebody has visited the toilet. Drive has been beautiful. It was really crazy because we were driving and it was all like, well, it was all uphill and it was all cloudy, foggy, and then we got to the top of it and it was like the sky opened up and it's literally like bright and blue and wonderful. So
it's warm here too. It's nice.
It is warm here.
Really cool place.
It is. So we checked out of the DoubleTree and walked down Dean Avenue to where the mosque is. Lots of makeshift memorials and things. It was very reminiscent of kind of how things were in Orlando right after the Pulse shooting. Just kind of that just general sadness around the area. It was a unique experience to be able to see what was happening here and how people are writing signs on things and putting posters out. And we saw a place that had a sticker that said, take a sticker and write some message on it and put on the memorial. So there's a lot of people that are doing things around here, which is really quite nice.
A ton of flowers.
A ton of flowers. And yeah, I mean, across all the memorials, there had been hundreds of thousands of flowers. It was just insane how much there were. So we finally found the KPMG building. So that was kind of nice. We had to Google it a couple times in order to find it and drive down the street, and then illegally park and have Peter stand on top of a tram line. We're gonna head to the airport now, and maybe get some macas.
Yeah.
And then head on to Queenstown. Wake up, New Zealand! We're a little on the cheesy said this morning. It's an early morning. It's only 8 o'clock.
Yeah.
Which, for us being out and having breakfast and being in the very bumpy car, as you can tell, is quite a feat for us.
It's unheard of.
We're driving off to Milford Sound now.
Yeah.
And
it's going to be epic.
Some really pretty scenery out here. Unfortunately, it's a little too bumpy to probably show it to you. But maybe we can insert some pictures or something. We'll have to see. We're outside of Homer Tunnel.
Yep.
We have 3 minutes and 40 seconds to go, so this is going to be very short. Kind of scared to see what the other side's going to be because there's a bunch of zigzags back and forth. We finished off our orange slice cookies that we got in Tasmania.
It was sad.
It was a little sad. That's okay.
I wanted more. I only got one cookie.
Well,
because a certain somebody ate them all.
I did not. The light's going to turn here shortly, so we're going to end this now, but it's been an enjoyable morning so far. It's taken a lot longer than we thought, but it's been an enjoyable morning.
Yep. We just finished our Milford Sound cruise.
It was a lot of fun.
It was, yeah.
We saw some penguins that they haven't seen in like a month.
Mm-hmm. Some dolphins and some seals.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
So it was very pretty, and the sun has come out, which it was not out when we got here.
Yeah.
It was gray and kind of meh. We also had a moment of silence today. It was a nationwide moment of silence for 2 minutes. They actually shut down the boat, they shut down the generator, and we drifted toward one of the walls. Very, very surreal place. I can't imagine a better place to have done that than here, because it was very quiet and very nice, and all you heard was the water.
Serene, just in the middle, literally in the middle of nature, and that's it.
We were about to be at the furthest point south that either of us has ever been.
Oh boy.
Turn left.
Here we go.
Here we are. This is the furthest south that either of us has ever been.
And might ever be.
And might ever be.
How are you enjoying your time so far?
Be quiet, you're making the chairlift shake.
I'm sorry.
I joke about that. But I'm not looking, because I'm scared as hell right now.
I'm sorry. It's not even that far off the ground. Smile and wave, camera just ahead. At least you're smiling.
Yeah, I'm smiling.
Or you gotta look at death on you.
Yesterday,
Yep.
speedboat. That was
a lot of
fun. Actually scary. They got really close to cliffs.
They did, yeah.
Those guys
They
have
reached
great...
out and grabbed them.
Yeah, that's what they say. Do not put your hands outside the boat. The pilot, or the boat pilots there, boat drivers, captains, whatever the hell they're called, has some crazy skills.
Mm-hmm.
Then we went to the sky... What's it called?
Skyline gondola thingy.
Yeah.
Also lots of fun. It was epic. It was an epic day all around.
It was actually a pretty awesome day. So we took the lift up, and then he took some pictures.
Gorgeous views. Beautiful day. Perfect weather.
It was perfect weather. We've had really good weather on this whole trip.
Yeah.
And then we took the chairlift up, which was even more terrifying. The first time anyway.
Yeah.
And then we took the luge down. That was a ton of fun.
It was. It was epic. It was a lot of fun though.
It was a lot of fun. I think the
I'm glad we
first
did it.
I think the first one that we did, the beginner course, if you will, was more fun than the second one. But and part of that was because we were too close to the people in front of us, and we couldn't like get up to speed. But there were like some big hills and things that would have made it a lot more fun if you could just let it go.
Yeah. And then after that, we went to Furry Burger,
Meh.
the renowned Queenstown burger joint. I thought
Meh.
the food was good. The seating situation sucked, but
Abysmal.
the food was good.
I don't know. I didn't think Ferg Burger was all that great. It was a big burger though.
It was good. Yeah.
The value was definitely
I thought it was
good.
yummy. Yeah. So yeah, after that we
came back
went
and-
back to the hotel, took a little nap, and then we went to Starbucks, and once
That was a
again
little
they were
less
out
amazing.
of my mango passion fruit stuff. So
Yep.
I couldn't have it again. And then we went stargazing and took some nice night pictures.
Back to Australia today,
Yep.
to Sydney, where we are going to not go to the Lego store.
It just opened like 2 days ago.
Oh, it's gonna be packed then. We should wait until the crowds die down.
Yeah, right.
All right. Well, I think the helicopter is coming for us now,
Yeah.
either to whisk us off to the airport or incarcerate us, one of the two. This segment is brought to you by Arnott's Raspberry Shortcake. Our last time checking at the Westin Sydney since they were leaving
Ever.
the Marriott. We got an upgraded room that was beautiful though, and thanks to you. It's just like the one that we got, 2 years ago?
Yeah,
Year ago?
I think it was 2 years ago.
Yeah, I don't think it was the same
Yeah.
room, but it's very similar. So we walked on the harbor. We went and had cocktails at the Sydney Opera House, which has always been on the to-do list, and we've never actually done it. So
We went to the mall here, went on a big shopping spree for cookies and Kit Kats.
Oh my God,
Went
how
to
could
the
I have
new
forgotten
Lego
that?
store.
The Lego
where-
store was crazy busy.
It
too.
was, yeah.
And it was not very big. It was like the size of like 2 of these hotel rooms put together. It
Yeah.
was small.
Unfortunately, they didn't have the Chinese New Year sets that I wanted. So I'm going to look online for them now.
We also got a really yummy snack from the Westin. They brought us an apple and some nuts and
Dark chocolate and
blueberries.
Blueberries.
yes, that was good. That was a nice little touch.
Yeah.
Do you know what else happened when we were at the mall yesterday? He finally got his mango juice
I did.
drink.
Yeah, finally. Took forever to find it.
All right,
That's
let's
it.
Let's go to the airport.
Let's go to the airport.
Back to my channel.
There you go.